Welcome to my first video here on YouTube. In this video, as the title says, I will be sharing my experience growing up as an exotical, specifically an exotical growing up in Scandinavia. English is not my native language, so I apologize if my wording is a bit strange, but I have been learning English for over 10 years, so I would say my comprehension, at least, is flawless. I'm just gonna start off by saying that I am half African, half Scandinavian, so I am biracial, and I grew up in Scandinavia with no ties to my African side, I mean to say. This kind of affected me negatively, but it's not only that. I will get more into that. So I grew up on the countryside. In the town that I was living in, there wasn't really a lot of racial ambiguity. And this was back in the early 2000s, so I would say I was kind of like the second generation of mixed people, non-Scandinavian people that was brought into this town, kind of. So when I was a child, there were times that I would walk down the street with my family, my father, my mother, my siblings. People would spit at us, scream racist remarks. People were mean. People were really mean. And even me, as a little girl, there were adults that would make racist remarks at me. Adults that I didn't even knew. How can you do that to a little girl? Yeah, people were basically ruthless. And this made me develop really big issues with myself later. I was always different from everyone else growing up. I looked different. I was different. I was more quiet. I was introverted, and I was not blonde, white with blue eyes, which was the beauty standard at town. And everyone really that didn't look like that were categorized as ugly. You were automatically ugly if you didn't look like that, unless you were adopted and had two white Scandinavian adoptive parents. It was really strange. I do not know the logic behind that, but it was really strange, because even so, there was other kids that were mixed with both Norwegian and something else, and they were ugly because of that. But if you were adopted, either if it was from China, from Ethiopia, anywhere, you would be viewed as Scandinavian by these other kids. So that was a bit strange. I always wanted to be white when I was a child. I dreamed of being white. When I was fantasizing in my mind, I was seeing myself as a white person. And when people would call me black or mulatto, I would say, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And right, back to this, people would call me mulatto. And I would actually call myself mulatto as well, even though mulatto is actually a derogatory word used to describe biracials. And I did not find out about this until years later. It was like not that long ago, just a few years ago. And that just tells you about the situation that I was in, because where I was living, there is no way to categorize people of different ethnic groups. I was viewed as black by the other Norwegians, but by other Africans, I were not viewed as black. So I did not know who I was, really. I did not know how to describe myself. I was insecure, basically. I would even sleep with toothpaste on my face, try to make these weird recipes with baking soda that I found from Indians on YouTube, trying to lighten my skin because I wanted to be lighter. And I would even wear an umbrella outside because I was afraid to get tan, even though I'm not that dark. I'm not that dark at all. I'm not as white as Ice Spice. I have a slight tan, but I'm not dark. I can get dark in the summertime, but in the parts of Scandinavia I am, we have 2 months of sun, basically. There is dark for months here we don't see the sun. And basically, I hated my skin. I did not like it. I would also wear lighter foundation and stuff when I tried wearing makeup. And I will not talk about that either because, or I will, maybe. It's really embarrassing. I get embarrassed thinking of all the ugly makeup that I did in my teenage years. But besides that, I wanted to be white, as I said. Also, my hair. My dad first relaxed my hair when I was 5 years old, and he would do it regularly too. I don't know why he did that. I think he was helping us. He didn't really know what he was doing. He even put the relaxer on wrong. I remember me and my sister, we would have scabs on our forehead and skin because our skin got burned by the relaxer. Like, my dad did not know what he was doing. Actually, at one point that I believed that my hair was naturally straight. I believe the relaxer would make the hair that grew out of my scalp, it would grow out straight because of that. I literally believed my hair was straight and it wasn't. I decided to start my natural hair care journey in 2017, which was then I cut off all my relaxed hair. And my hair was short, but I didn't care because at least I had my natural hair, so it was okay. Another thing is, when I was about 13, I started to dress alternatively. I had always been into dark topics and goth music, black metal, DSBM, and stuff like that. From an early age, dark subjects had fascinated me. So I decided to dress more alternatively, and it was two reasons for this. One reason was because it was a reflection of my interests, of course, but it was also because I believed that I was ugly. And I thought that the only way I could get attention from other people was by having a very different, flashy style. I wanted people to look at me and think, what is she wearing? She's crazy. I did extreme makeup. Yeah, what I was wearing, it was a lot, to say the least. No shade to the people that decide to dress like that. If you like it, you can do you, but me personally, in this day and age, I like to just focus on my features that I already have. I dress really basic but cute because I know that my face, my hair, just the way that I already am naturally gets me attention. And obviously this is not to sound cocky or anything, but I am beautiful. That was something I couldn't see back then. I went through so many years hating myself, and I just got to that point of, why should I hate myself? I am who I am, and I should embrace the features that I have. I will live in this body till the day I die. Why not exaggerate the features that I already have, make myself look 10 times better? Because I was miserable. When I looked in the mirror, I cried because I thought I was ugly. But I never was. The society that I lived in made me believe that I was ugly. And when I started dressing more basic, right, people started complimenting me a lot more because now the focus wasn't on my style, it was on me. It was on me, who I was, on my face at least. This was really weird because I grew up believing that I was ugly. My first video, I just wanted to make it quick, short. There's other exoticals that living in European countries, being half something else, looking a bit different from the majority, and having a strange experience from it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will probably make more in the future. Bye!